Now let's look briefly at customizing your theme. Themes have very different ways they can be customized, so I'm not going to get too much into that, particularly with the focus on this being blogging, which is going to be about the same for all of them. Customizing the look and feel will vary greatly. If you purchase a theme somewhere, they should have their own support and guides on how to customize things to the extent there. But a couple things I want to look at regardless of what theme you use. So under settings, there are two places I want to look. First, we'll go to settings in general. You'll see here that the site title is blogging course, which is probably fine. It's the name of the site. You can change that if you want. The tagline is always just another WordPress site. This may or may not show up on your site depending on the theme, but sometimes it may show up in your RSS feed or other places that you might not notice. So it's good to change this to something better than just another WordPress site. So a course on blogging. We'll just do that for now. That's fine. And then one other thing on here to change, you may want to change your language and things like that if needed, in some of the formats. But I would encourage you to notice the time zone and change that. Because this will matter if you schedule posts or do things like that. It's going to be based on this timing here. So what we're actually going to do is instead of even choosing our time zone, I'm going to choose the city so that way it'll flow with daylight savings time and that sort of thing. So we'll save changes there. And then one other page I want to look at, but probably not change for now, but you may want to make changes on, but it's worth looking at, is the settings and reading page. So this is based on your theme. If you want to have your latest post on the homepage, or you could choose to have a static page saying, welcome to my site, and click here to go to my blog. Not usually advised for a blog, but it's up to you. And again, some custom themes will do things different there. How many blog posts do you want to show on each page? 10 is kind of a common number. I would stick with that. The RSS feed, if people follow your site via a tool like Feedly or one of those, how many items should be in that feed? And 10 is a common number there. The next one, in those feeds, you want to show the full text of the post or a summary. I encourage you to share the full text of the post because your main goal here is to get people to read what you write. And so let them read what you write. You'll find most big bloggers tend to do that. The summary is intended for someone's in a feed and they see your post. They'll see the first few sentences and then have to click over to your site to read more, which that could help a little bit in terms of ad revenue and traffic to your site and things like that, but it also can annoy people. So you have to kind of play with that back and forth. I encourage you to probably leave that full text, but it depends on your goals for the site. And then just be sure this last box is not checked. This will, if Google comes to the site and this is checked, it'll tell Google to go away and you won't be listed in the search engines after a few days. You can always uncheck it later and you'll eventually get listed in the coming weeks, but it can be pretty devastating if you accidentally leave that checked. So do leave that unchecked. And again, lots more ways to customize. I don't want to spend too much time on that, though. Look and feel is a very personal thing and very theme-dependent kind of thing. So do what you want to do there. And we're going to dig into building a few static pages and working on the navigation bar next.